conference losses. Bethune would have 2 conference losses.
Bethune would have 2 conference losses, so that would take it away. But they've had an outstanding season, so they're still looking forward to the playoffs.
All right, high end over end kick from Chase Vonador, fielded at the 15, 20, and tripped up and dropped at the 26-yard line or the 25-yard line. Well, the Wildcats will begin. 1st and 10 from there. Let's take a look at the BCU offense at wide receiver. Preston Cleckley. The left tackle is Trayvon Huff. Rashard Brown is the left guard. The center is Andrew Edward. Dariush Bladek is the right guard. It's Anthony Kibler, the right tackle. John Tavius Carter is the other wide receiver. Kerry White at running back. Quentin Williams. Well, we'll have to check to see who gets the start at quarterback today. It might be Jackie Wilson. Isidore Jackson is the other running back, and Eddie Poole, who is outstanding, is the other wide receiver. On 1st down, they give it to Isidore Jackson, and he fights his way to the 29-yard line. That'll be about a 4-yard gain on 1st down for the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman.
This is a high-paced offense, Keith. They're going to get right to the line of scrimmage, try to snap it fast, but this is a running football team. They average less than 15 passes per ball game. As a matter of fact, their high for the year was 20.
All right, Quentin Williams gets the start for the Wildcats. And here we go. Quentin Williams this time looks to pass. He's got tremendous pressure coming off the wing or the end. That was Sean Ward, but he scooted up front quickly and is going to pick up the 1st down and move the chains out to the 41-yard line of the Wildcats. The Wildcats are moving right to left. And heading toward the, I'm not sure what that is, the south end zone, or the north end zone. All right, Williams this time, 1 setback. Isidore Jackson, he gets the call, and he's hit and dropped Brandon Denmark on the stop for the Rattlers of FAMU. He's going to take it up to about the 44-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 now for the Wildcats.
And as we talked about, Keith, they have come out running the football. Zone read is their big play, and they have some outstanding runners at the quarterback position.
All right, Quentin Williams, 6 foot, 190, a junior out of Tampa, Florida at quarterback for the Wildcats. On 2nd down and 6, they give it to Isidore Jackson. He's going to be hit and dropped for only a 1-yard gain. And on the stop is Devin Roberts. And an outstanding tackle, Mike, by Devin, 6'1", 200-pound junior out of Ocala Forest.
And you see the quick tempo back to the line of scrimmage already ready to go. They make it look a little different as a 2 tight end set. But those are the same players that were just in the spread.
Yeah, receivers to either side, and Isidore Jackson is the lone setback for the Wildcats on 3rd down and 4. Boy, he bobbles the snap, and Quentin Williams is hit, and now he's going to be sacked. Back, no.
Oh, the ball is loose, and the Rattlers
have recovered. The Rattlers have recovered at the 37-yard line of BCU. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Rattler Sports Network. It was Sean Ward who came up with the fumble recovery.
The ball, Keith, was actually fumbled twice. The first time it was fumbled, one of the offensive linemen for the Wildcats actually picked it up and tried to go forward with it. It was knocked away from him, and Sean Ward gets the big interception and sets the Rattlers up in Wildcat territory.
All right, we're going to give you the Rattler offensive lineup after this play. We go into an offset eye. Carson Royal now going to send Lonnie Lockett, the fullback, in motion. Gives to James Owens, and Owens fights his way straight ahead for a yard, maybe 2. We'll see where they mark it. Let's take a look at the Rattler starting offensive
early
lineup.
penalty marker down, Keith. As soon as that ball was snapped, penalty marker came down. Let's see. Yep.
Wow, illegal formation, the call, and it's going to go against FAMU. That's going to back us up 5.
The Rattlers actually tried to switch, Keith, to an unbalanced line and had too many people in the backfield. It's going to bring up 1st down and 15 now from the 42.
All right, add Mason Felix at the flanker. Zary Patterson, the left tackle. Keontae Cash, the left guard. Kevin House, the center. Reginald Turner, the right guard. Doug Almendarez, the right tackle. And tight end is Michael Etheridge. We'll tell you more after this. This time they give it to James Owens, and Owens scoots his way back inside what was the original line of scrimmage. So the 5 yards we lost, he's going to get them back. And it's going to make it 2nd down now and about 9 yards to go for Rattler 1st down. He picked up 6 on the carry. It's James Owens, a 5'9", 180-pound redshirt senior out of Apopka, who is the starting tailback. It's Carson Royal starting at quarterback today. 6'2", 214, the redshirt freshman out of Jacksonville, Yulee. And it's Lonnie Lockett at fullback, Linworth Lennon, the other wide receiver. We throw the out. It's Linworth. He puts a move on a couple of Wildcats and takes it down to the 32-yard line of BCU. And it's going to bring up third down and about 4 to go for Rattler first down.
You see an extra defensive back checking into the game for the Wildcats. It's number 13, Theodore Howard. Another transfer out of Florida Atlantic. There's 27 D1 transfers, one of the most in the nation on this Bethune-Cookman Wildcat team. So it is a talented group.
Third down and 4 for the Rattlers. Ball's at the Wildcat 32-yard line. Carson Royal at the controls. Triplets to the near boundary. Isolates Casey Glides. Looking to pass. Carson pulls it down. He's got some running room. He's got the first down. Carson's got the first down, and he goes down at the 23-yard line. An outstanding run by the young quarterback. Carson Royal had a running lane, and he took it.
And great awareness. He knew when he got the first down, he went down. Not to take a big hit. It's inside the 25-yard line, but we need Carson to stay on the field, so smart move to get down and not take the big hit.
First down and 10 Rattlers at the Wildcat 24. The Rattlers are moving left to right and headed toward the south end zone. And here again we go. Isolation to the far boundary. That's Casey Glides over there. Twins to the near side, and Carson Royal looking to pass. Fires downfield. And that's going to fall incomplete. There seemed to be a miscommunication between the quarterback and receiver.
He wanted Linworth Lennon on the corner pattern. Linworth got jammed at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the BCU defensive back to be very physical at the line of scrimmage. He couldn't get out into his route.
All right, second down and 10 for the Rattlers now from the Wildcat 24-yard line. 10:49 to play, first quarter. There's no score here in Orlando, but the Rattlers trying to take advantage of the first big break, a fumble by the Wildcats of BCU. Carson Royal with an offset eye. Orange helmets are down. He gives to James Owens, and Owens sidestepped one Wildcat but can't sidestep the second one. And he might lose a yard on the play. On the stop for BCU was Nick Addison, the free safety, 6'2", 180, a junior out of Tampa, Florida.
That Wildcat defense has LeBrandon Richardson, 6'2", 255 at one end, and Daron Dye out of the University of Miami, 6'5", 260 graduate student at the other end. The tackles, Ronnie Barrow, 6'2", 250, and Tevin Toney, 6'2", 265. Their linebackers, Ralph Williams, 6'1", 240 out of Miami. Nestle Marcelin, 6'1", 225, and Jarkevis Fields is the middle linebackers out of Sanford, Florida.
Rattlers send triplets to the near boundary. Carson Royal flushed out of the pocket, going to fire in the end zone for Casey Glides. And Casey was knocked down, and there's no penalty flag.
There's not going to be an interference call. The ball may have been too high to be caught. It went out of the back of the end zone. So the Rattlers are going to be forced to attempt a field goal here.
42 yards. Chase Varnador coming on to attempt the field goal from the left hash mark. And this would go a long way, Mike, towards Chase's regaining that confidence if he could kick this one. Kick is airborne. It's on the way. And it's good. Chase got it. 42 yards. The Rattlers draw first blood. It's 3-0 with 9:58 to play in the first quarter at the Florida Classic. And we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network. Deep to receive for BCU along with Drayshawn Nelson. And if you just tuned in, the Rattlers with the 3-0 lead here in the Florida Classic after the Bethune-Cookman fumble. And here we go.
Good open field tackle.
Yeah, Baker on the kick return. And looks like it's number 31 for the Rattlers, Neil Cunningham on the stop.
And also number 47 for the Rattlers.
Akil Blunt. So the Wildcats will begin their second drive of the afternoon from their own 21-yard line. John Tavius Carter, along with two other triplets to the far boundary this time for the formation for the Wildcats. An isolated receiver to the near boundary. Isidore Jackson in the backfield, and they give it to Isidore. The quarterback kept it, but it was Devontae Terry Johnson on the stop for the Rattlers of FAMU, and he's had an outstanding season.
Yeah, right? The Rattlers right now seem to have the Wildcats a little bit confused. Actually, they're going with their speed group, which starts Sean Ward actually at one of the defensive ends, along with Curtis Alexander, the freshman out of East Gaston. Frank Mays is the nose guard in this outfit.
All right, second down and 11 to go. A loss on the play. And this time Quentin Williams sets up, looks to pass, throws the slant, got his man. Is that Eddie Poole? And he puts a move on. He's in Rattler territory and run out of bounds. That's Jontavius Carter. He's run out of bounds at the FAMU 37-yard line. A huge connection and play for the Wildcats of VCU.
Yeah, the Wildcats don't throw the ball often, but they've got two outstanding receivers. Both D1 guys, Jontavius Carter, 6'2", 203, a transfer from the University of Miami. On the other side, they've got Eddie Poole, who's a transfer from Rutgers University.
All right, Wildcats set to go after the big gainer at the Rattler 37-yard line, 1st and 10. And Quentin Williams this time going to give to Isidore Jackson. And it's Brandon Denmark who comes up and trips him down on the play. And that's going to be a gain of about 5, second down and 5 to go for the Wildcats. That pass went for 43 yards, Mike, to the Rattler 37-yard line. Jontavius Carter. Here we go. Second down and 4 to go for the Wildcats. Gain of 6 on that first down run by Isidore Jackson. Twins to the far boundary. Isolated receiver down here to the near side. That's Eddie Poole. And on the read option, they give it to Isidore Jackson. Once again, he's tripped up. And on the stop for the Rattlers is William Smalls.
Yeah, he's going to have the first down. It's going to be first down and 10 at the Rattler 23-yard line.
And the Wildcats trying to answer the Rattlers' early score. First down, VCU at the Rattler 23. Quentin Williams, twin receivers, far boundary this time, tight ends. And they give it to Isidore Jackson again. He cuts back. The Rattlers read it and force him out of bounds at the 22-yard line. He actually may lose a yard or just gets back. Oh, maybe picks up 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, they ran over the young lady on the sideline who was holding the parabolic mic, trying to check and see if she's okay and if the mic's okay. Good pursuit that time by the Rattler defense to hold that to no gain.
Yeah, second down and 10 Wildcats. Ball's resting at the Rattler 23.
Be sure to register your copy of Sam at www.
And we're back.
Okay, here we go. And we've got whistles.
Timeout BCU.
All right, 7:34 to play. First quarter, there's a break in the
19, Jonathan Pillow, a 6', 202-pound redshirt senior. Twins to both sides. Shotgun formation and 1 back for the Wildcats. Rattlers are showing pressure as Terry Johnson fakes the blitz from the field, and now they look to the sideline to pick up the play. They shift the side of Isidore Jackson. Takes the snap. He's looking to pass. Back in the pocket, still looking. Now he's going to run, and he's going to be taken down. It's not going to be a sack. It's going to be a gain of 1 yard, but again, Terry Johnson gets there along with Frank Mays, and that's going to make this a third down and long from right at the 20-yard line. Rattlers did a good job that time early in coverage and forced the quarterback to pull that ball down. He's tackled for a 1 yard gain.
third down and 7 to go for the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Ball's resting at the Rattler 20-yard line. And Quentin Williams from the gun.
Yep, got movement. The left tackle flinched just a little bit, and that's going to back the Wildcats up 5 yards. And make this a third down now and 14.
Yeah, back them up 5. Ball spotted now at the Rattler 25-yard line. Third down and 14. 6:49 to go. First quarter. 3-0 the Rattlers lead. Quentin Williams from the gun, Twins to the far boundary. Isidore Jackson, the lone setback, isolated receiver to the near boundary. And the Rattlers bringing blitz. Williams looking to pass, fires down in the end zone. And boy, let's see, we're going to get pass interference call against the Rattlers.
And boy, the problem with that call is, Keith, the same thing happened in the back corner of our end zone. We don't get the call. The Rattlers going to get called here for pass interference, not playing the football. And I'm sure that's what Coach Holmes is saying right now. The very same thing happened in the back corner of our end zone, and we get no call.
Yeah, Coach Holmes is having a word with the official who threw the flag, and the coaches are having to pull Coach Holmes back. Casey Glines was actually knocked down in our end zone, and we didn't get the call. All right, so the Wildcats will have an automatic first down, and the ball will now be spotted inside the red zone down at the Rattler, looks like 10-yard line. 1st and 10, first and goal. Yep, 1st and goal, Wildcats from the Rattler 10. 6:19 to go, first quarter. It's 3-0 FAMU. Wildcats threatening at the Rattler 10. Quentin Williams with Isidore Jackson in the backfield. 2 tight ends this time and twin receivers to the far boundary. Rattlers bringing a blitz, and Quentin Williams keeps. He bounces off tackle and goes in, standing up. Touchdown, Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, Quentin Williams that time, it was the zone read again. Quentin Williams takes the ball from his running back, cuts back to the other side, and walks basically into the end zone. And at 6:12 of the first quarter, the Wildcats get on the board and take a 6-3 lead.
Jonathan Cagle checks on to attempt a point after. Snap placement. Kick is airborne and good. And so with 6:12 to play in the first quarter, our score, Bethune-Cookman 7, FAMU 3. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. So the Rattlers now, Mike, will get their second opportunity of the afternoon. 7-3 our score with 6:12 to play in the first quarter. Cagle gets a high end-over-end kick. This is going to be James Owens at the 10, 15, 20, and knocked down at about the 26-yard line. And on the stop for the Wildcats was number 81, Frank Thomas.
Yeah, the Wildcats have an outstanding secondary. Thomas Finney, 5'10", 185 from Miami, Florida, is a transfer from the University of Florida. Tim Burke, 5'10", 175 is from Fort Lauderdale. Nick Addison, 6'2", 180, an outstanding free safety. And they'll start Marquise Drayton, 6'1", 200 at the strong safety.
All right, Rattler sent to go. We go tight end to the far boundary, strong side of the formation. Now send the fullback in motion and give it to James Owens. And Owens powers his way to the 30-yard line on first down. That's a gain of 4. Second down and 6 to go for a Rattler first down.
Yeah, and good looking blocking that time on the power play. Got good movement. And Coach Holmes talked about who could win the battle up front. His offensive line that time got an excellent push for 4.
7-3 Wildcats. Casey Glines this time and Linworth Lennon. Twins to the far boundary. We isolate Dwayne Harvey down here to the near boundary. And this time, Carson Royal going to be trapped behind the line of scrimmage and sacked.
That was number 91 for the Wildcats that got the early pressure. That's Kevin Toney.
And he had help from Dyron Dye also. And so that sack's going to bring a loss of 5 yards and make it 3rd down and 15 now for the Rattlers.
Yeah, Dyron Dye, Keith, was a guy who played 4 years at the University of Miami. Still had a year of eligibility left and is playing here at BCU as a graduate student.
Rattlers go spread, twin receivers to either side for Carson Royal. And Carson throws the slant, and Linworth Lennon looked like he was tripped. But maybe he stumbled over that infinite turf monster.
Yeah, again, it was the Wildcats defenders being very physical at the line of a scrimmage, trying to keep them from getting off the line with good releases. Again, they were successful knocking the Rattlers off their route.
Kobe Blanton on the punt. And the Wildcats send Preston Cleckley deep to receive for Bethune-Cookman. 4:44 to go, and Kobe gets off a beautiful tight spiral. It's going to drive Cleckley all the way back to the 20-yard line. Rattlers have good coverage downfield, and they miss him. And finally going to be dragged down from behind at the 34-yard line. That's an outstanding return by Cleckley. And, boy, a Rattler just looks like he had him, but didn't make the tackle.
Yeah, good kick from Blant. May have even outkicked his coverage that time. Wildcats get a solid return. They'll start this drive at the 34.
4:28 to play, first quarter, 7-3 Bethune-Cookman. And the Wildcats from their own 34-yard line, moving right to left. Decked out in gray helmets, gray jerseys, gray pants with maroon and gold numbers. And here we go. Quentin Williams has gone all the way so far at quarterback. New back in the backfield for the Wildcats. And Quentin Williams going to keep, and got a big lane all the way down to the Rattler 44-yard line. That's a first down for BCU.
And again, that's a great read by Quentin Williams to take that ball out. The back was taken that time by Akil Blunt.
All right, here we go. They hand it off this time to Jordan, Anthony Jordan. And Anthony Jordan is going to take it down. Well, he ran all over the bench over here on the sideline, but he moves the football down.
Looks like there was a penalty marker on the play. And now a huddle of officials.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an infraction against the Wildcats.
And Keith, they turned the corner very easily. Boy, a personal foul. Can't hear the official, but it's a 15-yard personal foul.
Against the Wildcats.
Against the Wildcats. And it's going to push them back to the fort. I don't know, that didn't look like 15 yards from where that ball was spotted. That can't be right. That is definitely not 15 yards from where the ball ended. And now the officials are going to get together. They got to work out the ball placement here. Right now, they've got it spotted at the 42-yard line. But the tackle was actually made at the 34, so 15 yards back will certainly be more than where the football is located at right now. And they're not going to back them up any further. The down does go over.
Well, the down marker is back at the 44, but the ball is spotted.
And now the umpire has the football. He's marking it all. It's got to be a lot closer to midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be on the 49-yard line.
Yeah. And now they get it corrected.
And now they got to get the extra ball off the field.
4 minutes to go in the first quarter. And the Wildcats. The first down now and 10 back at the Rattler 49. Quentin Williams, twin receivers to the far boundary, and an isolated receiver near side. They run the read option. They give it to Jordan again. And Jordan, boy, he's going to get very close to a first down. He's going to pick up about 9 yards on that carry. And the Wildcats now beginning to find some running lanes, Mike, in the Rattler defense. Second down and 1 for Bethune-Cookman.
9 different Wildcats, Keith, have rushed for over 100 yards in the game this year. So that tells you about the stable of backs that this team has.
Twins to the far boundary, isolated receiver near side, and this time it's Isidore Jackson, but Williams wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket, and boy, he throws this one away.
That ball didn't get to the line of scrimmage.
And that should be a penalty.
That should be intentional grounding. That ball did not reach, and they're just saying, and boy, again, the Rattler sideline really upset that is not intentional grounding.
Yeah, the Rattler coaches cornered the line judge over there to say that ball did not make it to the line of scrimmage. But no call.
Yeah, no question it didn't make the line of scrimmage either. 3rd down and 1. They've actually got a short yardage 3rd down here to keep the drive going.
Yeah, triplets to the far boundary, tight end near side. That's a strong side of the formation. It's Isidore Jackson in the backfield for Quentin Williams. No check. Yeah, Jackson is the setback with 3:03 to go. And this time they give it to Jackson, and he's got the 1st down at about the Rattler 36-yard line.
Yep, they run again this the read option. That is the staple of their offense.
Yeah, let me say hi to Kaler and Taylor up in Tallahassee, Sylvia and Don down in Boynton Beach. The Floyds down there, although I think they're actually in Orlando this weekend. And all the folks listening to the broadcast today over in Gadsden County.
Yeah, Kelton, Sam, all the folks down in Rich Bay, Gene.
All right, here we go. Jackson gets the call again, and he rumbles his way down to about the Rattler 30-yard line. So on 1st down, that's going to be a gain of about 6. Make it 2nd down and 4.
The Wildcats actually have a start on that offensive line out of Tallahassee. And, their left tackle, Trevon Huff, 6'4", 270-pounder, out of Lincoln High School.
2nd down and 4 for the Wildcats. 2:11 to go in the 1st quarter. Twin receivers now. It's going to be triplets to the near boundary. Isolated receiver to the far side. And Quentin Williams. Again facing blitz, trying to set up a screen, and Isidore Jackson makes the catch, but he stumbles down, and he's going to lose yards on the play. Outstanding defense that time by the Rattlers to bust that play up.
Yeah, and give Michael Lovejoy some credit. He felt the fact that they were letting him go, trying to set up the screen. He went out to the flat, and he was the first man to get there to make that tackle. And it looks like the Rattlers going to call timeout.
All right, there's timeout taken, 1:32 to play. 7-3 Bethune-Cookman, and we'll be back after these. Quentin Williams takes the snap, looks to pass, fires downfield. That pass is caught at the 11-yard, the 12-yard line. That's going to be a big Wildcat 1st down. And it's Eddie Poole, Mike, one of the outstanding receivers for Bethune-Cookman. Takes it down to the Rattler 12, and the Wildcats are threatening again inside the red zone.
Yeah, good protection that time for Quentin Williams. Rattler defense needs to tighten up here in the red zone. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. 7-3 our score, 1:05 to go in the 1st quarter.
All right, Quentin Williams this time keeps him. Boy, he's great tackle in the backfield by Patrick Aiken. That's a sack. Patrick Aiken coming in on the blitz, and it's going to drop Quentin Williams in the backfield.
Yeah, Quentin Williams went to the right, the back went to the left, and he was out there all by himself. Going to lose about 5 yards on that play.
All right, Wildcats go, twins to either side. New back in the backfield for BCU, Kerry White. And it's Quentin Williams from the gun. And Williams looking to pass again, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off and go. He's at the 10, the 5, and Quentin Williams dives in for the touchdown. He was hit, but The Rattler didn't take him down, and Quentin Williams just lunged and dove into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, Quentin Williams took a big hit at about the 3-yard line, was stunned and stopped, but did not go down, and then continues into the end zone. And with 4 seconds now remaining in the first quarter, the Wildcats have a 13-3 lead.
Cagle on to attempt a point after. Snap placement, kicks airborne, but no good. And so with 4 seconds left in the first quarter, our score from Orlando, Bethune-Cookman 13, FAMU 3. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. And the extra point was no good, but the Wildcats increased their lead to 10. Cagle all set to kick it off, and the Rattlers ready to receive. 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. End over end kick. This is Al Tariq McBurst. 10, 15, 20. Turns upfield 25. Still on his feet, 30, and down at the 31-yard line. The Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from there.
And that's going to do it for the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter of play with our score. Bethune-Cookman 13, FAMU 3. We'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. We start the second quarter. Moving right to left now, and the Rattlers run the jet sweep to James Owens. Owens spins and turns and fights his way to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on first down. Make it 2nd down and 6 to go for the Rattlers.
Yeah, the Wildcats right there showing pressure, man-to-man across the board. So if Carson Royal could have a little time, he's got some one-on-one opportunities in the secondary.
Casey Glines is going to be isolated to the far boundary, and the Rattlers send twin receivers to the near side. The slot receiver is Linworth Lennon, and the outside receiver is Montavious Williams.
Well, this time on the zone read, Carson Royal keeps the football. He's going to get about a yard. Not the greatest runner in the world, but he does have the live arm, but he's only going to get 2. Bring up 3rd down and about 4 for the first down.
On the stop for the Wildcats, number 56, Ronnie Barrow, 6'2", 250, the sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York. And makes it 3rd down now and 5 to go for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at our own 36-yard line. Glines is wide to the far boundary, isolated. Triplets or trips down to the near side for Carson Royal. And Royal fires his pass. It's a screen, but the Wildcats snuffed it out, and once again on the tackle is Ronnie Barrow. It's going to bring up 4th down for FAMU.
Yeah, Ronnie Barrow, a defensive lineman, showing good speed as he got to the outside to make that play. Young man out of Brooklyn, New York.
Preston Cleckley is deep to receive for the Wildcats, as it will be Colby Blanton on the punt. I want to say hi to Dorothy Williams, getting ready to celebrate a big milestone birthday. That's the boss lady there. I want to wish you a happy birthday and many, many more. And Colby gets off a nice end-over-end punt. Cleckley's going to field this at the 22, 25, 30, 35.
Be sure to register your copy of Sam.
And bumped out of bounds. Looks like at the Rattler 49-yard line, where the Wildcats will begin 1st and 10 from there.
Yeah, just got over midfield. Good blocking that time for them. The special teams as the Wildcats again going to start in great field position to try to put more points on the board. The Wildcats right now 2 for 2 in red zone possessions, and they've scored a couple of touchdowns.
Wildcats are going to go to the spread formation this time.
And they're going to have to call time. Actually had 12 men on the field.
Yeah, and they take timeout with 12:47 to play and a 13-3 lead. So with the break in the action and the score, 13-3 BCU. Will be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. Offset eye and run receivers, isolated receiver to the far boundary, and run twins down here to the near side. for Quentin Williams. He's going all the way at quarterback so far. 12:47 to play in the first half. And Quentin gives to Jordan. And Jordan on the read option, straight ahead. Down inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line. We'll see where they spot the football, but there's an injured Rattler on the play. And it looks like Brandon Denmark is down. And so there's a timeout on the field, and we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. And he was able to walk off the field by himself. Second down and about 3 for BCU. Twins to the near boundary, isolated receiver, far side, and we're running out of the pistol this time. And it's the read option. It's Quentin Williams.
Quentin Williams still has it.
And boy, Quentin Williams all down inside the Rattler 30. Bumped out of bounds at about the 27-yard line, and that's a BCU first down.
Quentin Williams, just an outstanding ball handler, Keith. He keeps that ball in the belly of the running back until the last second before he pulls it out. And he in his own right is an outstanding runner.
Yeah. Coming up on halftime at FAMU, our Glendale Presley talks with Research Communications Director, old Sylvia Lamar Sheffield, about the latest research and patents at FAMU. That's coming up on halftime at FAMU. And here we go. Williams this time gives to Isidore Jackson, who trips and falls at the 25-yard line, and they'll make it second down and about 8 to go for Bethune-Cookman.
Wildcats in a steady drive, and they're keeping that ball on the ground. They're only going to throw it when they absolutely have to, or if they think they can get a big play out of it.
11:33 to play in the first half. 13-3 Bethune-Cookman. Twins to the far boundary now. Isolated receiver near side. And again from the pistol. And again, it's Isidore Jackson. Boy, he's not going to get much more. The Rattlers have pretty effectively shut that play down. Big Frank Mays on the stop for FAMU.
And Rattlers have a 3rd and long here. Got to get off the field or force a punt right here on this 3rd and long.
Had help from Derek Connor. Possession play for the Wildcats. 3rd down and 9. They actually lost a yard on the play with 10:53 to go here in the first half. Triplets near boundary. Isolation to the far side. Again, a possession play. Rattlers bringing the blitz. Williams wants to pass, fires, has a receiver who makes the catch at the Rattler 12-yard line. That's a first down for Bethune-Cookman.
The Rattlers brought the blitz. It was picked up by the offensive line, and Quentin Williams throws a strike. And it's first down for the Wildcats now at the Rattler 13.
Yeah, once again inside that red zone, Mike. And with the 13-3 lead, the Wildcats threatening to add to it. Tight end near side. Give is to Isidore Jackson, and Jackson fights his way down to about the 9. Again, Frank Mays on the stop for the Rattlers.
Keith and Mike, I do have an injury update for you. Senior linebacker Brandon Denmark will be okay. He took an elbow to the stomach, so he lost his breath for quite a little bit, but it does look like he will return to the game. Devin Roberts dislocated his pinky on his right hand. He's being treated for that right now.
High snap, Rattlers.
Boy, Quentin Williams still
has the football. And Patrick Aiken's going to bring him down at about the 6-yard line. A great bit of play faking. A Rattler jumped in the neutral zone, Mike, but got back and did not make contact.
Didn't make contact. But again, Quentin Williams just an excellent job of faking that inside run and pulling it out. 3rd and 5, though, for the Rattlers as they shuffle in some defensive backs.
Yeah, another possession play for the Wildcats at the Rattler 8-yard line, and Quentin Williams this time goes Twins. Williams hands it off to.
He's going to be stopped. He's going to bring up 4th down. He's going to be stopped for maybe a loss of half yard. And let's see if the Wildcats keep their offense on the field, whether they send in the kicker.
Michael Jones was the ball carrier.
Yeah, looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field on 4th down and 5 from the 11-yard line. So this could be a big play in the ball game.
4th down and 4 yards to go for the Wildcats. Ball's resting at the Rattler 8 with 8:30 to play. This is a possession play for the Wildcats. They're going for it. 2 tight ends, a power lineup. And they give it to.
Well, he's going to be. Looks like he's going to be stopped short. The way the official is coming in, he didn't get it.
And the Rattlers are signaling that he didn't get it as they unpile.
Well, they went to the pistol formation, ran the power, and it's Rattler football. It is Rattler football. The defense is still on the field, but the referee is pointing to toward the north end zone.
The Rattler defense has held.
And they hold.
That's a big play for the FAMU defense.
And a surprise that the Wildcats
would not put the points on the board.
Declined to put more points on the board. 13-3 is our score, and the Rattlers hold, and actually we're in a timeout.
All right, 8:14 to go. First half, 13-3 to Wildcats, and we'll be in the backfield with Lonnie Lockett in an offset eye. And on first down, Carson's going to look to pass. Fires this pass, and it's incomplete. It was intended for the tight end.
Maybe 83.
Oh, at Mason Felix. But a Wildcat was right there, and it's good defense. 2nd down and 10 for the Rattlers from our own 3-yard line.
Yeah, the secondary for the Wildcats, Keith, is really an outstanding unit. You see right now the Rattler receivers having a hard time getting in the operating room.
Yeah. Offset eye for Carson Royal. And we give it again out to Tariq McBurst. And McBurst fights his way across the 10 out to the 11, maybe the 12. We'll see where they spot the football. But it should make it 3rd down and short for the Rattlers. 3rd down and 1. That's a gain of 9 yards on that play.
Yeah, good opening up the middle that time for Al Tariq, getting to the 2nd level. And the Rattlers will certainly want to get a couple of first downs here to at least change field position.
We isolate Casey Glines down here to the bottom boundary and send twins to the other side at Mason Felix and Linworth Lennon. And it's Al Tariq McBurst trying to turn upfield. He does turn upfield.
Good job by McBurst, who was hit basically in the backfield. He's going to break free.
And looks like he's going to pick up the first down.
And he's going to get the first down out across the 15-yard line.
And Mikey did what we have been talking about he should do all season long. Let his blocks materialize. And that time his blocks got out in front of him and cleared some space for him.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll try to cut back and make the big play. That time he stayed with it, broke a tackle on the edge, and he's going to pick up a big Rattler first down. Their 2nd of the afternoon.
All right, here we go. Rattlers with a first down and 10 at our own 16-yard line with 6:59 to go, trailing 13-3. And boy, the ball on a read option, we fumble it. The Wildcats say they have it. Let's see. They do. Lamont Bice was the back, and Carson, I guess, was going to pull it back. And it popped out, and the Wildcats recovered.
Well, we see it right there. Carson, was still holding on to it. He and Bice both let it go. It hits the ground, and the Wildcats are in business again at the Rattler 16. That was one of the things that we could not do, is help this Wildcat offense.
Yeah. So BCU takes over at the Rattler 16. 6:51 to go first half. And they lead by 10, 13-3. They're inside the red zone on that turnover. Twins to the near boundary. Isolated receiver far side, the pistol once again. And it's Quentin Williams, and boy, Williams down to about the 8-yard line. It's Terry Johnson who puts a touchdown saving tackle on him.
Was it Terry or was that Patrick Aiken?
Patrick Aiken.
And Aiken actually was on the ground, had been blocked, and gets up to make the tackle.
And Mike, I tell you, if we had to vote right now, Quentin Williams would be the game's MVP.
Yeah.
Again, they run from the pistol. Isolated receiver at the top boundary. And this time they give.
Good job by the Rattler defense that time. Looks like Devin Roberts along with number 44 for the Rattlers.
Yeah, looks like Carey was the ball carrier.
Yeah, he's going to lose a half yard. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3. Wildcats staying in the pistol formation.
Yeah, 3rd down and 3. And they give it. Boy, he's hit. And I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped maybe for another half-yard loss.
And on that play for the Rattlers is Derek Connor, 6'4", 225, the redshirt junior out of Miami, Florida, Miramar High School. That's an outstanding tackle.
And a little help from Michael Lovejoy. And again, the Wildcats going to keep their offense on the field.
Yeah. 4th down and 3 for the Wildcats. And the Wildcats are not going to put the points on the board. They're going to go for it here. Rattlers stopped them last time. Let's see if we can do it again. And this time, Quentin Williams fires his pass out here. It's caught by Eddie Poole. They'll have the 1st down inside the 5-yard line. And they're going to mark as forward progress at the 3.
Yep, Wildcats pick up the 1st down with the strong throw out to Poole. Gain of about 4 for the 1st down inside the 5-yard line.
Keith and Mike, this FAMU defense is still playing without the services of linebacker Sean Ward. He has come back onto the field. He received a little treatment for back spasms and tightening of the lower body. He is on the sidelines, but not in the game.
All right, this is looks like Isidore Jackson goes in from 3 yards out. Touchdown, Bethune-Cookman.
Yep, another power play. That time it's Isidore Jackson, the all-time leading receiver, or all-time leading rusher for this football team, going in from 3 yards out. With 4:41 remaining before halftime, it's 19-3 now. And let's see if they're going to go for 2. They're lining up here in the old swinging gate.
Yep. All right, here we go. Quentin Williams tosses in the end zone, and they complete the 2-point conversion. The pass was caught.
It actually, the guy was the center.
Yeah, number 44.
Yeah, and he snapped the football. But he was on the end of the line, which makes him an eligible receiver. I saw that exact same 2-point conversion actually on Wednesday night. I think it was San Jose, not being able to sustain drives. 11 1st downs right now for BCU, only 2 for the Rattlers, and we're only 4:41 away from halftime. The Rattlers' total offense right now is 26 yards. BCU has 222.
All right, Jonathan Cagle all set to kick it off for BCU. And the Rattlers with Lamont Bice and James Owens. Owens is going to field this, bring it out of the end zone. 15, 20, 25, runs into his own man, and then down at about the 28-yard line, and the Rattlers will begin offensively 1st and 10 from there.
Actually, there's a couple of Wildcats who are having a hard time getting to their feet. But the Rattlers with 4:34 remaining before halftime. Again, try to get some more points on the board. 21-3 is our score.
Yeah, and Mike, as the Wildcats expand their lead, it's going to force the Rattlers to become more and more one-dimensional in terms of what they can do offensively if we're going to get back in this football game.
Yeah, it's going to make us almost strictly go through the air.
Although Carson has a great arm and can throw it. But defensively, the Wildcats will know that's what we've got to do. Here we go. Carson Royal hands it off to Al Tariq McPurse.
Yeah. And the Rattlers trying to keep some semblance of balance. But the Wildcat defense is going to stuff that play for no gain.
Yeah, no gain. 2nd down and 10 for the Rattlers.
And we've got a chance to see this Wildcat team, Keith, up in Tallahassee against an undefeated Florida State team. And they were able to reel off like 25 1st downs against that defense.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 10 for the Rattlers from our own 27. 4:01 to go. It's 21-3 in the 1st half, BCU. And the Rattlers send Dennis Hall in motion. He comes clear across the middle, but Carson's pass overthrown. Hall was wide open, Mike, right across the middle. And had we made that connection, that would have been a nice first down for the Rattlers.
Tried to go to Hall on the shallow drag. But again, the Rattlers not able to move the ball. And just like that, it's third down again, and it's third down and 10. With the Rattlers having to get a first down or give the ball back to this Wildcat offense.
Yeah, possession play for FAMU.
I want to give a shout out to Jiggs Walker. Jiggs is having a little rough time up there. Thinking about you, brother.
Rattlers hand it off. We're going to lose yards on the play. And once again, that BCU defensive front not allowing any running to go. That's Altariq McPherson.
Second down of Brandon Richardson. Fourth down. In punt formation.
So Kobe Blanton checks on the punt for the Rattlers. It will be Cleckley deep to receive for Bethune-Cookman. Rattler Sports Network Central also coming up at halftime for the last time this season. Nice kick. Cleckley's going to field this at the 39-40 and returns it to the Wildcat 45-yard line where the Wildcats will begin first and 10 from there. And Mike, in terms of battle of field position, the Wildcats have been winning that too. There's timeout here in Orlando, 21-3. Bethune.
And that defense right now being led by Nick Addison, the safety, with 4 tackles. Darren Dye has 3 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. For the Rattlers is Patrick Aiken with 5 tackles and 1 for loss.
Yeah, Patrick Aiken, your right cornerback, and one of the things that happens when your DBs are your leading tacklers, boy, that is not a good sign defensively.
Yeah, you know your front 7 isn't getting it done, and that's never a good situation.
Just about 3 minutes away from halftime. Coming up right before we go to the half, Elton Gumbo will be talking to Coach Earl Holmes. Rattlers have been fighting through some bumps and bruises here in this first half and struggling to get some offense going. Wildcats set to go from the pistol. And it's Isidore Jackson. And Big Frank Mays grabs an arm and holds on until he gets some help. And he got some help there from Bobby Jackson. Isidore Jackson's going to pick up about 3. Second down and 7 for BCU. Triplets to the far boundary. Isolated receiver near side for the Wildcats. Quentin Williams rolls. Boy's got a man right at the first down marker. He's going to pick up the first down and scoot out of bounds. That's a 13-yard gain for Bethune-Cookman.
Boy, and Frank Mays just went down sort of on his own. He was headed for the sideline, but all of a sudden he goes down.
Yeah, Frank Mays now down for the Rattlers.
I didn't see it happen during the play, Keith, and he was actually jogging towards the sideline when all of a sudden he goes down, and looks like they're working on his upper body. Looks like his right shoulder. There's 2:22 remaining, and if you look over here to the right, there's a Rattler that's being helped into the locker room. They're going to go ahead and try to get his treatment started.
Yeah, Keith and Mike, the last thing they need is to see Frankie Mays go down. They're already playing without Sean Ward right now with the back spasms, and then you just saw Mike Dupree being helped to the locker room. He's been playing all season with the right foot injury. He's been a warrior. We called him a warrior at the end of last week's game, but he had to be helped to the locker room too.
Wow, Mike Dupree just a week ago had 8 total tackles, Mike, and every one of them was a solo. So that's the kind of loss the Rattler defense just suffered.
And for Big Frank Mays, Frank right now the second leading tackler here in this ball game with 5 unassisted tackles. And boy, losing him would be another big loss.
Be sure to register your copy of
All right, Frank May still down. And now up. And looks like he's going to be able to come off under his own power.
Yeah, this Wildcat football team opened up in Nashville at Tennessee State, where they won by a score of 12-9. They defeated Virginia Union 66-7. They defeated Division I Florida International by a score of 34-13. Of course, they lost to Florida State up in Tallahassee by a score of 54-6, where they rolled off 5 straight victories before losing to Norfolk State.
All right, here we go. Quentin Williams rolling right.
Boys,
looks downfield. He's sacked. Bobby Jackson on the sack for the Rattlers.
Yeah, had a man breaking deep who was open, but he didn't have time to look down, and Bobby Jackson gets the sack. 1:54 remaining before halftime. It's going to be a loss of about 5 yards. Second and 16 as the clock rolls down.
All right, here we go. They hand it off to Isidore Jackson, and he fights his way inside the Rattler 45 down to about the 44-yard line. And it's going to bring up third down. And about 14 yards to go now for the Wildcats. So that's a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yep.
They're calling it third down and 13 with 1:11 to go in the first half. Wildcats leading 21-3.
See if the Rattlers can get some pressure this time on Quentin Williams.
All right, Williams flushed out of the pocket, looks downfield, and just throws this one away. Good pressure.
That's Akil Blunt.
By Akil Blunt for the Rattlers.
And let's see if the Wildcats decide up. They've been keeping their offense on the field. It's 4th down and 14. There's 56 seconds here remaining. And they're huddling their special teams now on the sideline. So the Rattlers actually have to be careful for a fake with the position, the field position right now that the Wildcats have.
56 seconds remaining in the first half. Wildcats leading 21-3. And the Wildcats come over to huddle with Coach Brian Jenkins.
And for whatever reason, the play clock was not running. And now a flag goes down. Yeah, they're going to make the mark off against the Wildcats. And the Wildcats probably wanted the penalty, Keith, to give them a better chance of downing the ball inside the 5 or 10 yard line.
Yeah.
Give them a little more room.
Jonathan Cagle is on the punt. One of the few times the Wildcats have punted today.
Maybe the first time.
Maybe the first time. And the Rattlers spiral kick. Rattlers call for the fair catch and make it.
It's Terry Johnson.
Terry at the 18-yard line. So the Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from there with 48 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and I would not expect the Rattlers to be too aggressive during these last 48 seconds because they do get the ball first coming out of halftime. 48 seconds remaining. 21-3 our score. Rattlers going to come back. They're still in the spread formation, however. Lonnie Lockett in at the fullback, and it's James Owens at tailback. Lockett now swings over to a wing. Goes in motion. And they're going to make the handoff. Got a running room, 20, 25, 30-yard line where he takes a big hit. But he's going to actually have a Rattler first down out at about the 30-yard line. 41 seconds now remaining before halftime. And the Rattlers sort of taking their time. They're probably going to just run this football again.
Mike, I want to say hi to Daryl Jones. He just sent a text. I got to read this one. I always enjoy watching the game on the radio with you. All right, Daryl, we like that. And wish we were having better news right now, but hey, we're enjoying bringing it to you. Here's James Owen, turns upfield. Penalty markers on the play. Owens is going to pick up about 2 yards before he's taken down.
Yeah, Owens was upended. Gets up a little bit slow, but there's a penalty marker down just at the inception of that play. gained about 2 yards. And let's see. There's only 12 seconds now remaining before halftime. Of course, everybody here are gearing up for the big halftime show.
Yeah.
Part of the big attraction here at the.
Yeah, haven't seen the Marching 100 here since 2 years ago. So.
Haven't seen him, and actually there's a mark-off. He may be going the wrong direction.
Yeah,
the mark-off should be against the Wildcats. And the Rattlers may even try a Hail Mary here. They got 12 seconds to go.
It's offsides against Bethune-Cookman. And so it'll make it first down and 5 now for the Rattlers from our own 35-yard line with 12 seconds left.
And they wind the clock. Rattlers really don't have to snap it again.
Carson,
well, it looks like they are.
With an I formation, receivers to either side. And Carson Royal, going to flushed out of the pocket. He's just going to throw this one away.
And that's how the half will end.
Yep, and that's the end of the first half of play here at the Florida Blue Florida Classic. The score, Bethune-Cookman 21, FAMU 3. And our Visit Tallahassee halftime show will begin after these words from our local sponsor.
Coach Holmes.
Only got to go to Elton. Let's go down to Elton with Coach Holmes.
Yep, down here right now, head coach Earl Holmes is talking to his offensive line real quick. We'll let him work those details out real quick. But, of course, FAMU is losing right now 21-3 at halftime. He's trying to work out protection with his center, Mr. House. I'll try and get a word with him if I can. Give me 1 second. All right, Coach Holmes, you're down 21-3 at halftime. What are your thoughts right now?
No rhythm. We haven't found any rhythm on offense yet, and it's showing. They got a good defense, and we're doing a solid job as far as defense concerned ourselves, but we got to find a tempo. We got to find a way to put some points on the board on the offensive side of the ball.
Now, on the defensive side of the ball, you're actually going to get your senior leader, John Ojo, back. How much of a boost is that going to be for your defense?
It's a big boost for us. You know, we've been fighting all year long going uphill, but at the same time, again, we just got to find a way to complement each other. The offense got to complement the defense, and the defense got to complement special teams. We can't turn the ball over. Like I said, they're a good defensive team as well as we are, but we got to finally protect the ball and get the rhythm started and try to put some points on the board.
And lastly, you had a big conversation with your offensive lineman on your way off the field. Just what was that all about?
We got to protect the quarterback. You know, like I said, everything starts up front. You know, you got to win the game in the trenches. We got to get a body on the body. They're doing some stunts in there. We just got to get a shoulder on the shoulder and block somebody and get Carson up time to throw the ball.
All right, Coach Holmes, good luck in the second half. Right now, 21-3, Bethune-Cookman over FAMU at halftime, but the coach is getting a little bit of help coming back in the second half with John Ojo. Back up to you.
All right, thank you, Elton and Coach Holmes. Our Visit Tallahassee halftime show begins, and we'll be back with Rattler Sports Network Central and a whole lot more after these words from our local sponsors.
Something old, something new, something is always waiting on you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From the hottest tournament in Tallahassee, the capital of Florida, Brooklyn, the longest known as America's band, but also the most exciting marching band in the world. The incomparable, magnificent, marvelous, and fantastic Florida A&M University marching band. For time. First, the sound. Let's celebrate. Good time. It's a brand new day at Florida University, and the 100 is back. It's a celebration in Orlando. The return of the #1 band in the world. This journey for the 100 started August the 8th. 149 strong who have a dream of one day being a part of the best band in the world. With the baton in the hands of our director, Dr. Sylvester Young, please enjoy this beautiful Lindsay Sargent medley. Oh Lord, how excellence for every mountain. And we dedicate this to all FAMU alumni and all Bethune-Cookman alumni, former members of Florida University, Marching 100, and former members of Bethune-Cookman's band. And to all supporters of Florida universities for this past 2 years. In his favor in life, weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. is still clear. don't drop. That thunk-a-thunk. Kevin Hart, this dance is for you. In the words of Kevin Hart, put some fire on these. This concludes our return. Dr. Johnson Young, Dr. Sylvia Washington, Dr. Shepard O'Dean, Senator Simon, Dr. Nicholas Thomas, Suarez Griffin, Mr. Ralph John Paul, Mr. Sergeant Parson, Dr. Washington, the boss of the march on has been Joe Bullard. It's time for the BCU experience. You can't put that in. You can't buy it. You can't share it. It's called that old rock. We show up and we show it. Move. Get out the way. And we do it. initials. We all get tired. We all get churched out. We all want healing. But it helps to know why you're suffering. Remember, faith sees the invisible, believes the incredible, and receives the impossible. This is the multi-talented Tamala man. Take me to the king. Go up. Blessing. Come down. Let's go. Call fast. Yes, Jam, stand up. It ain't over. Lord, from the Archie Wildcat of the New England University. Mighty Wildcats is time to party. If you really want to jam, stand up and turn up to see Wildcat. Turn up. And the other move up. Wildcat, make some noise and turn up.
It will be Lamont Bice and James Owens deep for the Rattlers. I want to thank Glendale Presley and all the folks who work on our halftime presentations every week for another outstanding year. Ron McCall, Will Ayers Jr., Greg Bishop, and the whole halftime show crew. Cagle all set to kick it off, and it will be Bice and James Owens deep to receive from the Rattlers. High kick. It's going to be James Owens at the 7, 10, 15, 20, and he's going to be dropped at the 20-yard line. The Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from there. Let's reset the Rattler offense lineup. Add Mason Felix. The 5'11", 195 redshirt junior out of Palm Beach Lake Worth is the flanker. Left tackle is Zary Patterson out of Fort Pierce. Keontae Cash, the left guard out of Miami. Kevin House, the center out of Jacksonville. Reginald Turner from right up the road here in Kissimmee is the right guard. Doug Almendaris is the right tackle out of Miami. Mike Etheridge, the tight end out of Godby. James Owens out of Apopka. The running back, Carson Royo out of Yulee, the quarterback. Hands it off to Al Tariq McPherson. McPherson is going to lose a yard on the play. Lonnie Lockett, the fullback out of Baton Rouge, and Linworth Lennon out of Fort Lauderdale, the other wide receiver.
The Wildcat defense has LaBrandon Richardson and Daron Dye at the ends. Tevin Tony and Ronnie Barrow are the tackles. The linebackers, Ralph Williams, Jarkevis Fields, and Nestle Marcellin. The cornerbacks are Tim Burke and Thomas Finney. The safeties, Nick Addison and Marquise Drayton. And so far, that defense has held the Rattlers to only 3 points.
All right, here we go. Carson Royal in the Rattler offense. Sent to go. Carson going to be hit and sacked. And again, what Elton talked to Coach Earl Holmes about at halftime is protection of the quarterback. The offensive line is going to have to do a better job.
Going to have to do a better job. Carson just 2 of 8 in the first half for a total of 3 yards. The Rattlers with only 34 yards of total offense in 22 plays. The Wildcats have run 41 plays, and they have 233 yards of offense in the first half.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 18 for the Rattlers. 3rd down and 18. Dwayne Harvey checks on at the last minute.
Yeah, Dwayne Harvey came in, but you have to, it's going to be a legal substitute. He's got to come inside the numbers. He just stepped onto the field on the outside. That's going to be a mark-off against the Rattlers. It's going to lose 5 yards.
And make it 3rd down now and 23 for FAMU. Well, a beautiful day for a college football game, and a pretty good-looking crowd here for this Florida Classic. The upper deck I don't think they sold any tickets for the upper deck, but the lower bowl.
Lower bowl is pretty full.
Pretty full, and the end zone is certainly full. And Altariq McBurst carries the football, but it's going to bring up 4th down for the Rattlers. And once again, the Wildcats should get excellent field position out of this exchange, and they've been winning the field position battle all afternoon.
And it's been the inability of the Rattler offense to move the ball at all, Keith. Too many 3-and-outs.
Kobe Blanton going to have to punt this football from about 5 yards into the end zone. Good snap. Gets off a nice kick. Going to drive Cleckley back to the Wildcat 38-yard line, 40.
There's a block in the back.
45, no penalty. And still on his feet and bumped out of bounds at the Rattler 40. Oh, we do get the penalty flag.
Yeah.
There's a lot of laundry down on the field now.
Yeah, got 2 penalty balls. One is at the 42-yard line of the Rattlers, the other back at the 42-yard line.
And we got a special surprise guest for you in the booth at halftime, and none other than Henry Killer Lawrence of the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders have always been my favorite team, Killer, and when you were there, they were even more my favorite team. Welcome to the booth.
Well, thanks for having me, kid.
It's good to see you, man. This is your area. You right over in the Tampa, Florida area, and I know you're in your retirement days from pro football. It's good to get back to see the Rattlers play.
Well, it's good to get back, but I think we'd like to see a little bit more pep in the tank, a little bit more attitude. We're not got to get that fire going.
Yeah. It's been one of those kinds of seasons, Killer. I don't know that we had a season like this back in your playing days.
Well, we were kind of
on 32. This is their first possession now of the second half. 21-3. Rattlers leading, and Quentin Williams. The Wildcat offense is set to go. They run the read option, and again, Williams bounces outside and is taken down at about the 42-yard line. And on the tackle is John Ojo. Killer John Ojo was ejected last week for targeting. This is his first play. You know, you said to sit out the first half of this game. That's his first play back in the ball game.
He's a player that's got a lot of spirit inside of him, but I think that spirit has to learn to control it, control type of fanaticism instead of a stupid kind of fanaticism.
I got you. Okay, 1st and 10 Wildcats, though. They did pick up the first down. The ball resting at their own 42-yard line. This time, Williams, 2-back set, twins to the far boundary, an isolated receiver. And they run the read option again, but they run it to the back this time. Quentin Williams hands it off, and it's Kerry White, the ball carrier, and he is rocked right in the middle of that Rattler defense. Make it 2nd down and 10. Well, Killer, it's always good to see you. Legend. When you walk into the Trask, Powell, and Gallimore Fieldhouse, one of the things that hits you right away when you're looking at trophy case is that Oakland Raider helmet with all those scars on it from Henry Killer Lawrence.
It was fresh off the field.
Yeah.
Fresh off the field.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Wildcats again run the read option, and this time the ball carrier is number 27, Michael Jones, and he stumbles forward. Going to make it a 3rd down and about 4 to go. He picks up 6 on that play with 11:01 to go. And the Wildcats go isolated this time to the bottom or the short boundary, and twins to the far side. And 21-3, they're holding that lead and trying to get something going here. Let's see, it's a possession play. Let's see if the Rattler defense can come off the field. And this time, Williams hands it off to Isidore Jackson, breaking tackles, and he's going to pick up the first down. Killer, we want to thank you for stopping by and sharing some time with us. As always, we've seen you at a couple of games this year.
Yeah, it's good to be back up on the hill, getting involved. There's been a plan to be more involved. I'm also getting ready. I'm doing some discovery work right now. I may jump in the U.S. Congress race down in District 16, down Manatee, Sarasota. After the first of the year, I will know for sure, and be on the lookout.
Okay. All right, Killer. It's Henry Killer Lawrence from the Oakland Raiders. And Killer, it's always good to see you. Always good for you to come by and holler at a brother. All right. Henry Lawrence of the Oakland Raiders, and the Wildcats going to be thrown for a loss on the play. He's going to make it second down, about 13 to go for BCU. Ball's resting at the Rattler 47-yard line right now.
Second and 14.
Quentin Williams, two-back set. Receiver isolated to the near boundary, Twins to the far side. And the Rattlers bring in the blitz. And that pass is batted down by Devontae Terry Johnson. That's an outstanding play on the blitz from Terry.
Yep, it's going to put him in a long yardage third down play. Hopefully the Rattler defense can now put some pressure on Quentin Williams here on this passing down. Keith, I can remember sitting in the stands with Leonard Jefferson, watching Killer Lawrence. He was always, Coach Williams always talked about cross-field blocking. You see Big Killer going cross-field chasing little safeties down.
Well, he was something else.
He was a great
all-pro.
Great athlete as a tackle back in the day.
No question about it. Twins this time to either side for the Wildcats. Isidore Jackson is the ball carrier, and this time Quentin Williams going to be, he was.
The ball's loose.
Balls pops out. The Rattlers have it 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. Famu, let's see. There are penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, the penalty marker is going to be offensive holding.
It was number 19 for the Rattlers, Jonathan Pillow, who scooped and scored. And let's see what happens here.
Yeah, let's see if we can see on the replay who makes the big hit.
Yeah, boy, Quentin.
It looks like
it was Terry Johnson.
It was Terry Johnson who made the hit.
Boy, Quentin Williams was rocked. And Jonathan Pillow scooped and scored, and the Rattlers should have 9 points up on the scoreboard, and now they do.
Yeah, and Quentin Williams slowly goes back to the sideline. Terry Johnson came on the blitz, ran by Quentin Williams, then came back, got the hit from behind, and knocked that football loose.
Well, there's a little fire. The Killer said we need a little more fire. There's a little fire.
Some control fire.
Some control fire. All right, Chase Vonador on to attempt the point after. Snap, kick, on the way. It's high enough, long enough, and good. And so with 9:16 to play in the third quarter, the Rattler Wildcats and Mike, the Rattler defense has accounted for a lot of the offense here today.
Took it upon themselves. The Rattlers couldn't get a score on the board offensively, so the defense decided they would by putting pressure on Quentin Williams, knocking that football loose, and Jonathan Pillow getting the Rattlers back in it. 9:16 to go here in the third. There's a lot of football to be played. So let's see if that momentum is able to be carried over here.
Yep, if we can get the offense to get a spark now. Outstanding play, two outstanding plays in a row by Terry Johnson.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan Pillow with the frame of mind to pick that ball up and run. He scooped and scored, and the Rattlers are on the board 21-10.
Yeah, that Rattler defense, Frank Mays, Sean Ward, Curtis Alexander up front, Michael Dupree and Akil Blunt playing the linebackers. Johnson and Aiken are the corners. Devon Robertson, now John Ojo are the safeties.
All right, here we go. This is, boy, the Rattler now special teams coming to hit and play a little football.
Chase Vonador getting a little bit of it down there.
And now we got penalty markers. The guy hit Chase, and I guess Chase was like, nah, it ain't going down like that.
Chase Vonador getting in on the action.
Yeah, Chase was like, I'm feeling some kind of way.
Let's see. May have offsetting penalties there. Hopefully that's what that is.
Wow.
All that action taking place where the receiver went down at about the 32.
Well, I guess Chase was saying it's been a frustrating year, so it's time to take out a few
hit somebody. I didn't hit somebody. Chase.
Well, Chase Vonador is going to join Juan Vasquez and Juan.
Boy, they get an unsportsmanlike against the Rattlers only. And boy, the entire Rattler coaching staff is on the field arguing. That has got to be offsetting.
Yeah.
But boy, they're saying only an unsportsmanlike against the Rattlers.
Wow. Well, if we're going to take the 15 yards, we better get a few good licks in.
Keith and Mike, Chase Vonador and the special teams coordinator, Juan Vasquez, are basically pleading with the refs, saying that they punched the kicker. You can't punch the kicker and not expect a reaction. So ref is not wanting to hear it, though.
Yeah, of course not. We echo the sentiments we have echoed all season long. If the conference is going to be one of the elite conferences, we got to do better.
Officials got to get better.
Got to do better.
It's a big 7-yard gain on that first down run.
Derek Connor on the stop for the Rattlers.
That's Isidore Jackson.
Yeah.
The all-time leading rusher for the Wildcats.
Well, Chase Vonador got a whole lot more respect from me today. Chase let you know he ain't afraid to mix it up. He was feeling some kind of way. All right, here we go. Quentin Williams. No, new quarterback. It's Jackie Wilson in, and
he's down.
Brandon Denmark trips him up. He's going to lose a yard on the play. It's going to bring up third down now, and about 5 to go for the Wildcats. Actually, it's Broderick Waters who was in at quarterback for the Wildcats. And Quentin Williams and not coming back after that big hit from Terry Johnson. Waters.
They're checking off at the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 10. This will be Waters' first third down play here.
A possession play for the Wildcats. And the Rattlers again bring the blitz.
Boy, they handed up the middle.
Isidore Jackson.
Yeah, he's going to get the first down. Isidore Jackson from Mossy Head, Florida, went to Walton High School. That's over in the Panhandle.
The Rattlers are bringing the blitz from the edge, Mike, and the Wildcats continue to attack the middle.
Run inside. Yeah, that's actually a big first down for the Wildcats right there.
Yeah, 7:40 to go. Ball's resting now at the Rattler 48-yard line. And they're going to give it to Isidore Jackson almost. Woo, that was a huge hit.
And that's Frank Mays, who has come back, and John Ojo. Mays, who was injured late in the half, and Ojo, who had to sit the entire half out. Both in on that play, and it's going to be a loss of about 2 yards.
Yeah, second down and 12. Let's see if the Rattler defense, though, can get off the field on the possession plays, the third down plays. Here we go. Second down and 11 to go now for the Wildcats. Isidore Jackson, the lone setback, and they're going to give it to him. No, quarterback keeps, and that pass is incomplete. Terry Johnson, good coverage over there, defending for the Rattlers. It was intended for number 17, Jomo Gordon, and it's going to bring up third down and 12 now for the Wildcats.
And certainly this is the play the Rattlers want to get again. Want to get pressure. Got a new quarterback in the game. And if you look down at Brian Jenkins, not as smooth a going as it was in the first half now. A little tension starting on the Wildcat sideline.
Want to say hi to Stephanie Howard, my niece, checking in, saying we sounding good up here in the booth. Hey, Stephanie. Back in Orlando doing your thing. Here we go. Waters wants to pass. Pulls it down. He's hit. And he's sacked. And now the Rattler defense is coming to life.
It's Curtis Alexander, and again, Frank Mays in on the play. It's going to be a loss, and the Rattlers will get the football back.
And the Wildcat side of the field is gone kind of quiet as the Rattlers come slithering back in this ball game.
Big offensive series coming up right here.
21-10, Wildcats, fourth down. And a punting situation. Nice punt.
Boy, and they're going to throw the flag. They're going to throw the flag, Keith, and that's going to be running into the kicker. It should not be enough
for a first down.
So what may happen is the Wildcats will probably decline this penalty because they tackle the runner inside the 10-yard line.
Inside the 10 at the 7, yeah. 6:05 to play, third quarter. It's 21-10 Wildcats.
Yeah, here's the official. He's going to decline it.
Yeah, the running into the kicker does not come with an automatic first down. And so it would not have given them enough for a first down. It's timeout here in Orlando. 21-10, Bethune-Cookman will be back after these words.
Position down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah. Actually, we're going to start at the 11. And here we go. Offset I. We give it to James Owens. And James pulls his way across the 15 out to the 16. But I thought I saw some laundry go down.
Yeah, I saw the umpire throw the flag in. It's going to be holding against the Rattlers. And more than likely going to back the Rattlers up.
I'll call it on number 65 of the Rattlers.
He may need 75.
Or 55. Either Zeri or Doug Almendaris. I think it may have been Zeri.
Yeah, because we don't have a 65.
65.
It's going to be first down and 15 now. 6 minutes to go. And we've got a stoppage in play here for some reason.
Yeah. 5:59 to go, third quarter. And the Rattlers are going to have it's going to be half the distance to go after the assessment. So it'll be first down now and about 14 to go, maybe 15. Yeah, first down and 15 to go for the Rattler first down. James Owens is going to be the lone setback. He's standing in the end zone, so the Rattler offensive line really needs to protect Carson. Hand it off to Owens, and Owens is going to be trapped behind the line of scrimmage and lose more yards.
Yeah, the defense for the Wildcats, the offense gets all the credit, but their defense is excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quick and strong up front, very physical, good tackling secondary. And they've kept the Rattler offense bottled up all afternoon.
Second down, 17 at the 4.
And with the tough field position, it's hard to send Carson back into the end zone.
Yeah. Offside eye. And we hand it off to Owens, and Owens this time is going to get positive yards across the 5 out to about the 7 or 8. Still going to bring up third down and long for the Rattler first down.
Yeah, another possession down for the Rattlers as we see defensive backs coming in for the Wildcats, and the Rattlers bringing Casey Klein back in at one of the receiver spots. At Mason Felix also checking in.
Yeah, Rattlers need to
Be sure to register your copy of Sam.
On this third down play, we need to convert. Third down and 14 for a Rattler first down for Carson Royal and the Rattler offense. And we give it to Omari Albert, who breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and Omari brings it out to the 20, near the 21. He's going to be real close to a Rattler first down.
Boy, they may say he's at a half a yard short. They're going to place it right after 20. He's going to be a yard short. An excellent run right there by Omari Albert.
Yeah, fourth down and 1. Actually, shorter than 1 inches.
Boy, the Rattlers looking like they want to go for it.
Decision time for the Rattlers.
And looks like they are going to go. The play clock down to 16, and the offense is still on the field. Boy, the Rattlers going to burn a timeout here.
Yeah. 3:46 to play. There's timeout. FAMU trails by 11, 21.
FFL.com.
Coach Earl Holmes and his coaching staff make the right decision. They got to punt in this particular situation. We've already been losing the battle of field position, and the right decision was made. Rattlers get good kick coverage, and the Wildcat receiver is going to run out of bounds at their own 41-yard line. I just hate that we had to burn the timeout to get that decision made.
Yeah, and the Wildcats played defense basically. They didn't rush it, or they didn't go back and try to block, so the receiver just catches the ball and tries to get out of bounds as quickly as possible.
The Rattler defense, and to its credit, the special teams today have played pretty well, just have not been able to generate anything on offense. And the Wildcats are going to start first and 10 at their own 41-yard line with 3:35 to play.
And the offense again doesn't score. Let's see if the defense can put some more points on the board.
All right, here we go. They load the pistol, send a man in motion, and give it to Isidore Jackson. The Rattlers are all over that play now.
It's going to lose a yard.
They're going to lose a yard on the play. Frank Mays. And looks like Broadus on the tackle as well. 97.
Second and 11. Rattlers showing blitz.
Triplets to the near boundary for.
They run the
quarterback.
He runs it to his own players. Michael Lovejoy basically threw the center back into the quarterback, and they're going to lose another yard or two. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 13 now as the defense has come up with some adjustments here at halftime to shut this Wildcat offense down.
Yeah.
If we could just score some points.
Or, hey, if the defense can score some more points. 3rd down and about 13 to go for BCU. Spread formation. Jackson, the lone setback for Waters. And Waters looks to pass, and that pass is incomplete. For Eddie Poole, he had Brandon Denmark going stride for stride, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Rattler defense has done its job once again. And maybe Terry can run one back.
We'll take him where we can get him.
Yeah, Keith and Mike, assistant coach Corey Fuller was urging his defensive backs to not just make a play, but make a play and score. What other defense would you tell that to? But with playmakers like Terry Johnson and Devin Roberts and Jonathan Pillow, who can score, well, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, high kick fielded by Terry Johnson. Rattlers are going to start 1st and 10 on their own 21. And I think Elton is right. I mean, we got to make a play wherever we can make a play now.
Yeah, we don't care where the points come from. If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. You might save a life. And that's for Latoya.
Carson Royal going to isolate Casey Glines to the far boundary and send triplets to the near side, give it to James Owens, and Owens pulls away to the 25-yard line. That's 4 yards, and now we got a late penalty flag.
Yeah, a late penalty flag comes from deep in the secondary. Discussion between the back judge now and the referee. We didn't see what happened out on the perimeter.
No, we didn't. Personal foul against the Wildcats. That's 15 yards and an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, and one of the few calls today that has gone against the Wildcats. But it does move the ball, and the Rattlers going to have it all the way out now. It's like a 40-yard line, so that gives us a change of field position. 2:01 to go, 3rd quarter, 21-10. BCU.
All right, here we go. Carson Royal play action, swings this pass out here for Linworth, and it's incomplete. Well, I mean, the Wildcat defender back there, number 7, Nick Addison, had the right frame of mind. The ball hit the ground, but he picked it up and was going to run it like it was a touchdown anyway because, hey, it might have been called a touchdown.
Might as well. They do have – this is a TV game, so at least we do have replay this week. But Nick Addison, Keith, an excellent defensive back. Plays free safety, but you see him matched up sometime on the sliding man-to-man coverage.
2nd down and 10 Rattlers from our own 40. Trying to get this offense going. Carson pulls it down, and he's going to run. He's going to get a yard, but not much more. Carson is not your read option quarterback. But I guess he's trying to just make a play wherever he can.
Yeah, trying to maintain a little balance. Got to run it so they don't just cut the rush loose on you. But that's going to be no gain and bring up a 3rd down and 10. You're right, Keith. This bottom bowl, good-looking crowd that's still here.
Yeah.
Didn't leave after halftime.
Yeah.
Good-looking bottom bowl.
Yeah. Carson triplets to the near boundary. Isolation to the far side. Fires across the middle. Had some receivers trying to clear out, and now a late penalty marker.
And it could be holding, Keith. I was going to say he knocked him off his route, but it may have been that the ball was already in the air. Either way, if it's a call against the defense, it should be a first down.
It looks like it may be a holding call against the Wildcats. Let's see.
Yep, that's what it is, holding, which carries the automatic first down.
Yeah. And 10 yards.
And so now the Rattlers benefiting from a couple of penalties, keeping their drive alive. And the ball pushed out now to midfield. 59 seconds still remaining in the third quarter. And a touchdown here, Keith.
Yeah, and we got a totally different ball game.
It would be huge.
Totally different ball game. Our television producer, Jeff Walker, just flashed a sign. Flea flicker.
Got a timeout.
Bethune-Cookman calls time. 59 seconds remaining in the third. 21-10.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Rattlers with a first down and 10 now at midfield. Trailing 21-10. A score here, though, would make it a totally different ball game. We're 60 seconds away from the fourth quarter.
Yep, and the Rattlers slowly trying to get some momentum. One of the Rattlers we see, Keith, being escorted down to the locker room. Can't really pick out a number there. Is that 3?
It looks like Devin Roberts. We'll have Elton give us an update. Twins near boundary. 1 cent bank for Carson Royal. Orange helmets are down.
They're showing blitz. Zero coverage in the back.
And it's James Owens picking and turn, spinning and turning, and stumbles forward.
Oh, he was down. It's going to be a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, second down and about 7 yards to go. I want to give a shout out to James Martin, also known as Suspect, who made the trip from Tallahassee and is standing down behind the bench. I don't know how he got that press credential, but he's there.
And I see him. Hey, Suspect, there's no telling where he may turn up.
Yeah.
He's been on some flights.
Well, he has a knack for getting wherever it is he wants to go. That's for sure. Maybe that's why they call him Suspect. Here we go, second down and 7 for the Rattlers. Carson Royal looking to pass. Going to go deep for Casey Glines, and this time incomplete.
Yeah, tried to lead Casey. Got to throw it so he can compete for it. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, got to throw it up and let him go get it.
Yeah, still 4 seconds to go, though, before the end of the third quarter. It's going to be a third down and 7.
And what we need is the first down.
Got to get a first down here.
All right, here we go. 4 seconds remaining in the third. 21-10 Wildcats. Third down and 7. Carson Royal looking to pass, throws the slant. He's got it. What happened?
Oh, there's a penalty marker down. Boy, nobody saw it. It's going to be a false start.
And Mason Felix caught the pass on the slant and was headed toward the end zone, and all of a sudden the play stopped.
Yeah, it looks like the field judge on this side called a false start.
Against the Rattlers.
Wow.
Wow. That might have been the right play too, Mike.
Yeah, we finally hit the slot on the slant play, and it was going to go for big yardage. Here we go. Another big third down play, 3rd and 12.
Possession play for the Rattlers with 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Trailing 21-10. A score here changes the whole complexion of the ball game. Carson Royal wants to pass, sets up, looks downfield, got a man down there. Dennis Hall is going to be picked off.
Yeah, Carson threw that up trying to get it to Dennis Hall. But the bigger defensive back for the Wildcat goes up and makes the interception.
Yeah, it was number 29 for the Wildcat.
New formation that we haven't seen before. Got a little stack here on the outside.
Yeah. On the slot receivers. And the Wildcats actually look like they're trying to get the Rattlers to reveal
Yeah,
the blitz package.
Yeah, want to show what blitz is coming. Boy, got an attendance today, 45,321.
That's up pretty good from a year ago.
That's an excellent 29-29 right now is the score between the real HUs.
Hampton and Howard.
They're in overtime. A&T knocks off North Carolina Central 28-0. It's SC State 17, Norfolk 3, and it's Morgan behind Delaware State 26-25 in the fourth.
All right, Ward. No, it looks like Quentin Williams finally back in the ball game this time on the read option, but he's going to be trapped behind the line of scrimmage and lose yards.
Yeah, actually that time it was the speed option going down the line. He wanted to pitch that ball back to Isidore Jackson.
No, it was Waters. It was Broderick Waters.
But they had the whole thing covered. And Big Frank Mays makes that play for another 2-yard loss.
Also a yard, second down 11.
Second down and 11 now for the Wildcats. 14:29 to play.
Yeah. Well, this time have the stack look on both sides. We haven't seen that formation so far.
Yeah. And the Wildcats are going to be content to use as much clock as they can. Boy, that's when the Rattlers are going to have to stop these runs. And, boy, this is a fine-looking run here.
Yeah, he's going to get close to the first down, maybe a yard or so short.
That's going to be about a 10-yard pickup. It's Isidore Jackson. So 10-yard pickup, make it 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats.
The Wildcats have run the ball 46 times today for 154 yards.
3rd and 2.
3rd down, they're going to call it 2 yards to go for the Wildcats. Ball resting at their own 32-yard line. Possession play. Let's see if the Rattler defense can get off the field here or make a play. And Waters going to hand it off to Jackson.
Boy, what a hit.
Get it. That's a great defensive play.
Big time hit. That's number 56. Kayshawn Butler, 6'1", 222-pound redshirt freshman from Dania, Florida. That's going to bring up a 4th down. The Rattlers will get it back.
4th down. And Terry will be the return man. Let's see if Terry might not be able to take one to the house.
Hey, Keith and Mike, I do have an injury update for you. I just spoke with Michael Dupree. If you look in the FAMU tunnel, he's there with crutches. He will not return. He has torn a ligament in his right foot. He did say he's proud of what his defense is doing right now, even proud of what the special team could do, but definitely proud of the defense. He will not return, though.
Yeah, Terry.
That's a beautiful punt by Cagle, Jonathan Cagle. This thing is going to roll dead at the Rattler 2-yard line.
Yeah, and usually Terry does a good job of coming up fielding those punts so we don't get that kind of roll. And as soon as he does it, it rolls dead at the 1.
Yeah. Yeah, at the 1. 12:45 to play. Rattlers offense will need to go 99 yards. There's timeout here in Orlando.
2 tight end formation for the Rattlers.
Rattlers have 2 backs and they set up the I formation. Carson will look to give it to the fullback. That's Lamont Bice.
Yeah, got Bice in just to push it off the goal line. Going to gain about a yard.
Make it 2nd down and 9 for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at the 3-yard line now.
Yeah, and with the clock starting to run down, 12:27 to go right now, the Rattlers are going to have to take some chances.
Yeah. I have to take some chances. Got to roll the dice a little bit.
Yep. Again, 2 tight end formation, 1 receiver.
Offset I in the backfield for Carson Royal. At Mason, Felix goes in motion. Carson.
Well, it was boy, the Rattlers are actually going to fight their way out. They had him for a safety. The Rattlers fight their way out. Lamont Bice was being held, Keith, as he was trying to get out of the backfield. That's why Carson Royal didn't have anywhere to go with the football. But no call. Bice definitely was being held. It's going to be 3rd down as the Rattlers were able to get out of the end zone and avoid the safety somehow.
Yeah, it was big. Let's see, who was it? It was Kevin House, who was just would not stop pumping his legs to help push that ball out. And it was like, nah, we're not gonna give up the safety. And it's 3rd down and 9 for the Rattlers.
And give Carson, boy, now it's going to be It's going to be a penalty for delay of game.
Yeah.
And the ball's are they can only move the ball 1 yard. It's on the 2. They'll move it to the 1.
And I'll make it 3rd down and 11. And 3rd down and 11 now.
Earl Holmes asking why he couldn't get the holding call on Lamont Bice.
Carson.
Well, the Rattlers run the ball. He's going to be stopped at about the 2-yard line.
And we're going to punt from the back of the end zone. Wildcats should get good field position out of this exchange. But we're going to really have to protect for Colby and help him to get off a good kick.
Yeah. Got to definitely block this time. If he can't go back any further, he's at the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Colby Blanton's going to be at the back of the end zone. Gets a good snap.
Got it off. Nice high punt.
Nice high punt. Fielded at the 42, and wow, broke a couple of tackles. Going to be stopped now. They're going to rule him down at the 42-yard line. So that's good kick coverage by the Rattlers special team.
And give Colby some credit. A good 2-step punt. Got it out. Got it nice and high. The Wildcats will still have great field position at the 42-yard line with 10 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the game.
And what you're going to see to the near boundary and twin receivers to the far side. Rattlers digging in, not showing blitz, but bringing some blitz. This is a good run.
Yeah, good strong run right there. That looks like Kerry White. It's going to rumble for about 7.
Yeah. 2nd down and 3 for BCU at the Rattler 34-yard line.
Yeah, clock now under 10 minutes.
Just keep in mind, every first down, you might as well take off another 2 minutes. And so the Rattler defense is going to really have to step up now and get off the field or make a play. And they give it to, they run the option for Isidore Jackson. And he's going to be bumped out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. That's a first down for Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, it's one of the first times today we've seen them actually pitch the ball on that option. They pick up the first down with it. And as you say, they're going to burn a couple more minutes off that clock as it's now down to 9:15.
Yeah.
Looking to the sideline now to get his call.
And clock is ticking.
And they're gonna snap it when it's under 5 seconds.
Yeah, Waters hands it off to Jackson.
Boy, give Frank Mays some credit.
Frank Mays once again.
Fighting his way down the line. They were trying to run the stretch play to his side. He would not be blocked. He goes down the line, and he's going to hold that to no gain.
Yeah, Frank has got to be, if he's not the leading tackler, he's got to be in the top.
Got to be close.
Yeah, it's going to make it 2nd down and 9 now for the Wildcats. Yeah, Frank Mays, the leading tackler for the Rattlers today. Probably our leading candidate for defensive player of the game.
Yeah, he's been outstanding.
Yeah. Right now, he's sitting on.
Be sure to register your copy of Sam.
Tackles. Here we go. Wildcats run it. It's Kerry White, 5'10", 210-pound fresh junior, that is, out of Tampa. And he's going to pick up. Let's see.
Got a big 3rd down right here.
Yeah, 3rd down about.
Long 3, short 4 here.
Yeah, so he picked up about 3-4 yards on that carry.
But again,
ball's resting at the Rattler 20.
Yeah, running that play clock down.
Yeah, right at the red zone. And you can bet the Wildcats are not going to put this ball in the air. That's a good. Wow, they got a nice surge at the end of the play.
Yep, that looks like it's going to be enough for another first down.
Yeah, it is. And that'll take another 2 minutes off the clock.
Again, running the clock all the way down. Play clock down at 5 seconds. Game clock now at 7 minutes.
And Waters hands it off to Isidore Jackson. Frank Mays didn't make the tackle, but he slowed the play up. And looks like it was Akil Blunt who cleaned it up.
It looks like starting quarterback now is coming back into the ball game.
Yeah, Quentin Williams back in the ball game now. Second down and about 7 to go for a first down for the Wildcats. Ball's resting inside the Rattler 15 at about the 13-yard line, and 6:28 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, and a smart move right now by the Wildcats, knowing that the clock right now is the enemy.
Yeah, just take ticks off and keep the ball on the ground. Wow, Williams is going to throw the football. I'm surprised they did that. And he fumbled it, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to fumble out. It's going to go out of bounds.
And
let's see what they're marking it. It's about the 7.
It's short of the first down. It's going to be on third down and about 2, or maybe 1. Third down and 2. I'm really surprised that they threw a pass.
I was surprised, although, but it was completed, so it doesn't stop the clock.
Yeah. All right, third down and 2 for the Wildcats. Ball's resting at the Rattlers 7, 5:58 to play. Quentin Williams hands it off to Isidore Jackson. The first lane closed, and he's going to pick up the first down and then run into a host of white jerseys. But it'll be first and goal, and he can take another 2 minutes off.
Yeah, it looked as though he got inside the 5.
Yeah.
Let's see. And it is a first down.
First down to Goodwin.
Give the Wildcat offensive line some credit, Keith. They are banging out these first downs here down the stretch against a towering Rattler defense.
Yeah, not much success on offense today for the Rattlers, and the defense has basically had to carry the load, and they're pretty worn down right about now. 5:21 to play in the ball game. Wildcats give it to Isidore Jackson, and he plows his way down to about the 2-yard line.
And they're showing the Frank Mays family on TV. Frank's been outstanding. Is that Frank's son?
I think that's little Frank.
If he's going to turn into a big Frank like his dad.
Like Big Frank, yeah.
6'10", 295.
Second down and 2 for the Wildcats. Ball's resting at the Rattler 2. 4:43. And Wildcats trying to slam that proverbial door. And wow, the Wildcat quarterback, Quentin Williams, is going to be thrown for a huge loss.
Yeah, it was Pillow and Blunt make the play. Yeah, he's going to lose a bunch of yards there. Clock down to 4:15 though. And it's third down and goal from the 10-yard line.
Touchdown to goal at the 10.
Clock now under 4 minutes.
Yeah, third down and goal. Ball's at the 10. Man in motion goes to the far boundary. Triplets over there now. 1 setback. Williams going to throw the fade. And we got penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, there was a holding right at the line of scrimmage. They went for the fade against the freshman, Darren Parker. And it's quite a mismatch. The 6'4" Poole against the 5'9" Parker. He grabbed him at the line of scrimmage. .347 now on the clock, and that's going to be, let's see if it's an automatic first down, and it is.
Frank Mays has 11 tackles on the afternoon, 1 sack, 2.5 tackles for a loss. Boy, he showed up today.
Had an outstanding day.
Yeah. And Quentin Williams and the Wildcats with 3:47 to play have a first and goal at the Rattler 5.
There's Isadora Jackson. He's at the 3. They're trying to push him in. The clock now. They're gonna blow the whistle dead at about the 2.5-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and goal. Frank Mays for offense. That's a good question. Two tight ends in the game now for the Wildcats. But they're just trying to power it on in. They're going to hand it to Jackson, and he is going to score a Wildcat touchdown.
Isadora Jackson goes in with 3 minutes left. And that may be the proverbial nail in the coffin.
Yep. They're going to push it in from 3 yards out. Big pile up in the end zone. But the Wildcats take a 27-10 lead with exactly 3 minutes to go in the ball game.
And Mike, give the Wildcats credit. That was a time-consuming drive. I think they got the ball with like 10 minutes, and they used up over 7 minutes.
And finished it off with a touchdown.
And finish it with a touchdown.
That's how you close off a game.
And now we've got another penalty marker thrown on the play.
And that may be against Brandon Denmark. It looks like they're trying to talk to him out there. It's unsportsmanlike conduct. And let's see if Coach Holmes is on the field talking to the linesman on his side. Unsportsmanlike is the call, and now the linesman. Well, Coach Holmes wants to talk to the referee. And he's all the way out now at the hash mark. He's going to be escorted back to the sideline.
All right. As we sort it all out, I think we got a break in the action with 3 minutes left. The Wildcats have a 27-10 lead. We're waiting to do the extra point. And
the action at the end after the score, the Rattlers actually challenged whether it was a touchdown or not, and it was upheld. It's going to be a dominating D for the Wildcat defense. They have held the Rattlers to under 100 yards of total offense.
Wow. Cagle kicks it off, and this is going to be fielded in the end zone and down. The Rattlers are bringing out with 3 minutes left. Eight penalties for the Rattlers for 68 yards, 8 penalties for the Wildcats for 83 yards.
Yeah, but the Rattlers with only 50 yards rushing,
3 yards,
3 yards passing.
Wow. 29-10 Wildcats on their way to a 10-2 overall season and a 7-1 conference mark. Carson Royal wants to pass, fires across the middle, and that pass is incomplete. Intended for Linworth Minute. And this will be the 3rd year in a row, Mike, that the Wildcats have won. There are some Rattlers on who will be leaving this team that may have never beaten the Wildcats.
Yeah, it'll be the 3rd year in a row for the Wildcats. 3rd year in the playoffs, and they've been bounced the last couple of years in the first round.
Yeah, last year they hosted and were bounced. And here we go. Carson Royal, spread formation, sets up, looks to pass, swing, but overthrows Al Tariq McBurst, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now. It's just been that kind of day offensively.
And it's been that kind of year. The offense just never was able to get any traction and establish a rhythm and really develop some phase that the defense has had to worry about stopping. That's going to be certainly the focus of recruiting and spring practice, is getting on this offense.
Yeah, Carson Royal on 3rd down and 10 now. We run the draw play. It's Al Tariq McBurst, and Al Tariq is going to be real close to a first down at the 35-yard line. Looks like he might move the chains, and he does move the chains.
McBurst also a senior. Rattlers with only a few seniors on this team, though. The majority of this lineup is going to be coming back, which bodes well for the future, including quarterback Damian Fleming.
Yeah. Damian missed this game today. He had surgery on Tuesday on his foot. Carson fires a slant. This pass is caught. And let's see, is that Dwayne Harvey?
That's Dwayne Harvey. It's going to be
He's
close to
take it out to
midfield.
midfield.
Yeah. 2:18 to go. It's going to be another first down for the Rattlers.
Linworth Lennon and Dwayne Harvey working the far boundary. Casey Glines and Ad Mason Felix working the near side. Carson fires downfield for Casey, and that pass is incomplete.
Yeah, excellent position by the cornerback. That was Joshua Richardson out of Moss Point, Mississippi, and the University of Mississippi in coverage. This is a talented Wildcat team.
Yeah, no question about it.
And you almost hope that they do well in the playoffs, because it would bode well for other conference teams as we make the playoff down the road.
Yeah. And quite frankly, South Carolina State is probably deserving to make the playoffs as well. Al Tariq McBurst on this run turns upfield and going to be bumped out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, and that's a first down. Yeah, it's turned into the band they don't care anymore. The game is pretty much well at hand, so everybody's just playing.
Carson Royal now 3 of 16. He's up to 17 yards.
First down, Rattlers at the Wildcat 36-yard line. Minute 51 to play. Dennis Hall goes in motion, checking the coverage for Carson. Carson going to fire this pass downfield. And once again, the physicality of the secondary by Bethune-Cookman is bumping the Rattler receivers and disrupting their routes.
And that's been the biggest difference of the game, Keith. They have been very physical with the Rattler receivers and really dominated them at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 10 for the Rattlers. A minute 45 to play in the ball game. It's 29-10. I want to say hi to Doc Foster up at 96.1 and Mr. Clifford Swain over in Havana, and the whole Robert Senior's clan is here. The Chief Walker and the Walker clan. Carson fires this pass over the middle.
Man, that has got to be holding. The ball was in the air, and they were basically in a wrestling match. The corner and the receiver, no call. And it's 3rd down and 10.
Third down and 10 for the Rattlers. Ball on our own, on the Wildcat, that is, 36-yard line. And Carson steps up in the pocket. And boy, ball pops out. Looks like the Wildcats may have recovered. It's just going to be ruled a fumble or a pass.
I think he was blown dead. It's going to be 4th down. The Wildcats just pinning their ears back now, knowing that the Rattlers have to throw the football coming down the stretch here.
14 at the 39.
All right, the Rattlers now with a 4th down and about 13 to go. Carson Royal wants to pass, fires downfield, and that pass is incomplete.
And that's going to turn it over on down. So Wildcats will take over, and they're more than likely Keith's just going to take a couple of knees. And the Florida Classic will be history between 13. Now we were hoping to get Kevin Hart up here. We didn't see him here in the second half.
Yeah, and Will Packer.
Right.
46 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's 29-10. Bethune-Cookman.
And again, when I talk about some of those guys who went out with a bang, Frank Mays, maybe the best game of his career. Dominating performance. The Wildcats in the victory formation, they're just going to take a knee.
I give the Rattler fans who are sticking to the end of this football game a big shout out. That's true fan support right there.
You're right. You're absolutely right, and there's a good number of fans still over there.
A number of orange and green wearing fans still here, and they're disappointed, but they're here to support the Rams.
They're showing their support, absolutely. "17 seconds. They've got to snap it one more time. Well, actually, they may not have to snap it. They don't have to snap it. It's just going to run down 10 seconds. Down to 5, and that looks like it's going to be the game.
Yeah, it's going to be the ball game. The final score: Bethune-Cookman 29, Florida A&M 10. The Wildcats win for the third time in a row. And we'll be back to begin our Tallahassee Democrat Rattler wrap-up show after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
To the night, I want you to designate a driver, because great times don't happen without that guy. He's the guy who makes sure you don't act like an idiot in front of the cute girl across the room. He buys her a Budweiser and says it's from you. And then, at the end of the best night of your life, he makes sure you get her home safely. So raise high your bud for the hero of the night, the designated driver. Great times await. Grab some Buds!
Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.